Dr. Leslie Bonar is a dentist, and she donates her time to veterans by giving them free dental work. It's her passion to make sure that every person can smile with confidence and never ever feel ashamed.
I became a dentist, went to University of Colorado, and then while I was in the lab, a recruiter came to me and said, "Were you interested in going in the Navy?" And I thought about it, and I said, "If you can get me to Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, yes, I'll be in the Navy." And got deployed over to Saudi Arabia when the war started. They flew us over with F-18s on each side, and then I thought, wow, this is I really am in the military now. So when I was over there, we were stationed right next to the Al Jabal airport they have there. So that's where all the patients would come in, and so I worked with the oral surgeon there. We had some traumatic injuries where they had some explosive ordnance went off, and it was great because he was there and I was able to work with him and help repair, lips, lacerated lips and tongues and facial injuries from ordnance blasts going off. I've been doing dentistry about 35 years now, so just one day I woke up and there's just such a need. There's so much homelessness here in San Diego, and I got involved with Interfaith, which is they house 42 homeless veterans, and so I reached out to them, and a lot of them are missing the front 4 teeth, just due to gum disease and things like that. So I started a kind of a small program with Interfaith as my first intention. It's called Smiles for Heroes, and it really took off. So we did Smile of the Month. And Terry was our first one. He was a great guy. He just inspired us. Every word out of his mouth was thank you, I'm so grateful. And we gave him, he didn't have any teeth basically in the front. He covered his mouth every time he talked. His hair was really long. He had a big beard and mustache. Then my really dear friend down the street has a hair salon. We took him down there and did a total makeover, and he just thrived. He constantly asks if there's anything he can do to help us give back. So I think inspiring him, and then he sent a lot of veterans over. We screen the veterans, and most of them are homeless, and they're living in a shelter. Dentistry is just missing for them. And talk about lack of confidence. If you don't have front teeth, you can't interview for a job. So that really, really got to me. Here I am, a dentist, been doing this. I have this skill. I have this gift of creating smiles and confidence, and I just love it. So today we're doing a full Saturday. I'm going to have 4 dentists here, including myself. 2 hygienists said yes on their Saturday. My front office, my office manager, she's always a yes, and we're all going to work together to get some dentistry done today, create some smiles. I think get a lot of people out of pain is what I'm hoping, and then I want to inspire them while they're here. Just make them feel like a human being again, because it's amazing how someone, if they're homeless, they just feel like they're not worth anything, and that's just tragic to me, and I'd love to inspire other people to want to give back, young dentists coming out of dental school. Just having a little bit of exposure and awareness to do something bigger than yourself is really just gives you fulfillment in any profession you're in.
I'm an oral surgeon here in Escondido, California, and I was asked to participate in this event to help veterans. I feel like it's just an important thing in my life to give back to those that have sacrificed in any way. And for me, I find that I get more in return when I serve. It's just a no-brainer. It's just, it makes me feel good, it helps other people, and in the end, I think that everybody just feels better as a result.
I very much feel it's a privilege to be able to give back to the community, and when Dr. Bonar approached me with this opportunity with the veterans, I thought it was a great opportunity and was happy to help out. I'm a veteran myself. I served in the Navy from 1989 through 1993, and so I kind of feel like there's kind of a brotherhood of veterans, brotherhood, sisterhood of veterans. Anybody that's put on the uniform and served our country, we all have a kind of a connection. And so when Dr. Bonar approached me with the opportunity to help the veterans, I said, I'm there, happy to help out. These are my people.
I'm missing the front ones here, bottom ones here, top ones over here, all mixed up. And I got 3 or 4 that's hurting real bad, it's got to go, so they're going to just take them all. It hurts. You can't eat nothing hardly. And it hurts without eating. My teeth are hurting. I have to take pain pills and stuff. I'll be able to smile. I'll be able to eat. No pain.
I believe that giving back to our community is an important way to show gratitude. It's something that I've done for a number of activities. As a surgeon, I get an opportunity to go to different countries, for example, to do surgery, and I try to do that at least once a year. I was in Guatemala a few years ago, and I had a patient that had a cleft lip, and he had had a cleft lip for his whole life. At about age 55, came to see us, and I repaired his cleft lip. And at the end of his anesthesia, he took off his bandages and he saw how new he looked and just started to cry. He said his whole life he had been teased about the way he looked, and had self-esteem issues and felt insecure. And when he took off those bandages, you could see that new glow, that new person that was there, somebody that didn't have to deal with that challenge anymore.
You know, I have patients on that free clinic that I work at on the Wednesday evenings that come in, they're taking Vicodin that they buy for $5 a tablet on the streets. They're in so much pain. Without a doubt, they're all so grateful. It's a real blessing. You know, I always say on the evenings I go down to the clinics, I'm tired, you know, you drive down, but I always come back energized. I always feel good about what I've done and feel that I've done the right thing, and it's definitely worthwhile. You get more than you receive. I promise you that. I tell that to everybody in dentistry, that you will get more than you give when you go and volunteer.
The main person that inspired me was Gary Sinise. I got to talk to him quite a few times. The main thing he constantly is saying is if every community takes care of their own veterans, homeless veterans, wounded warriors, then the problem will be solved. And that just resonated with me so much because I live in Escondido, my practice is here. I really think if you give back in your community, it just is the best support you can show, and then you really make a difference where you live and work. I think that's the passion I have now, is helping people in my own community.
What I find with events like these is it's just a desire and the willingness to show up, and then things will happen, and people can certainly contribute in any way that they're able to.
You know, you kind of chug along in your profession, you're working at your work and, you know, creating a business, and then one day you wake up and something hits you and pangs at your heart, and you just say, well, if I could just give back using what I know, the fulfillment is there. You just get present to helping another human being, and I guess I feel really fortunate to have chosen dentistry. You know, people that probably provide sight for people have a similar kind of realization that they change a life. So I think just, you know, changing people's confidence and feeling about themselves is probably a gift. So creating smiles and confidence, and it gives me, I get by giving, because compassion is something that if you could create it as a drug, it would be, you know, great to give to everybody. So.
This is what Dr. Bonar and the others do to give back in their community and make a difference. You don't have to be a trained professional. Every single one of us can do something. So think about it. What is it you can do in your community to make a difference in the lives of others?